Hello, welcome to another video for Year 7. This topic will be under Simple Number Pattern chapter. So the first subtopic they're going to do is how to recognize number patterns. So this topic is all about looking pattern in numbers. So you have to highlight that it will follow specific rules, and this will enables us to continue the number pattern. And when I say about a term, it means that each number in the number pattern. So you can see here, this is one example of a number sequence that follow certain rules to continue the number pattern. All right, so let's start straight away to the example. Now, example 1, state the rule of each of the following number patterns and find the next two terms. So let's have a look at part A. So I see here 1, 3, 5, 7, and you can see that straight away this is a sequence of odd number. So the rule that you're going to use is by adding each term by 2, right? So let's have a look here. 5 to 7, and then 7 to this next term, and the next term here is going to be 7 plus 2, 9, and a 9 plus 2 will become 11, right? So that's the first one. Right, let's have a look at the next one. The next one here, you can see 3, 5, 9, 15. So it is increasing, so it's obvious that you're going to add each term by number. 3 into 5 will be added by 2. And then 5 to 9 is plus 4. And the next 9 into 15 is added by 6. So plus 2, plus 4, plus 6. When you follow the rules, the next term will be added by 8. And the last term will be added by 10. So the answer for the next term after 15 will be 23. And follow the rule, and 23 added by 10 will become 33. Right, so that's for part B. Let's have a look at part C. Here you can see that you have a number pattern of 160, 80, 40, 20, and 10, and it keeps decreasing, so it will be either subtraction or division, but you can see here that it is actually division by a number, and you can guess that it is division by 2. Okay, I can see here 160 divided by 2, 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And 10 divided by 2 will become 5. And last but not least, 5 divided by 2 will become 2.5 or 2.5. It's up to you what number you want to use. Right, so let's have a look at the next part, D. 25, 36, 49, 64. Now here you can see 25, 36, 49, and 64 follows a certain pattern, which is square numbers. So 25 is actually 5 squares, right? And then 36 is 6 squared. 49 is 7 squared. And 64 is 8 squared. So obviously this next term after 64 will be 9 squared, and the last term will be 10 squared. So your answer is 81 and 100. So that's it for the first part. You can see the rules here, all right? And let's have a look at the next part. Okay, example number 2 will be about filling in the missing numbers in between any number sequence. So in this one, when you it seems like quite difficult, but you can see here that there is numbers -2 to -5 and -5 to -8. You can see here -2 to -5 is actually subtraction by 3, and 5 minus 8, -5 minus 3 is -8, and the rules are over here, which is -3. So you'll follow the same rule over here. Let's have a look and let's check whether it is similar. So let's start. 7 minus 3 is 4, right? 7 minus 3 is 4, and 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 3 is -2, -5 and -8. So this rule is correct, right? So that's for part A for filling in the missing number. Alright, so let's have a look at part B. Part B here, you can see here for the first three numbers, 16 to 48, you can see the number is increasing. But after that, 48 into 24, it is decreasing, right? And the last number, 108 and 54, also decreasing. Here, will just inform you that for 16 to 48 is actually multiplication by 3, right? And then 48 to 24 is division by 2. And the last part, 108 into 54, is also division by 2, right? So let's see whether it match the pattern here. So according to the pattern, the rules will be multiplication by 3 and then divide by 2. So the next one will be multiplication by 3, and then here is division by 2, and into the 108 will be multiplication by 3. So you can see here the rules are quite unique. You can combine two rules in the same number sequence for your information, not just one rule. So let's start from here. 24 times 3 will be 72, and 72 divided by 2 will be 36. And you can see here that 36 times 3 is 108. Hence, we completed the number sequence, right? 36 times 3, 108. So that's it. Right, so let's have a look at the last part. Example 3. Find the part 1 7th term and part 2 15th term of the following number sequences. Okay, let's have a look at part A, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, you can guess it that it is actually multiplication of 5. So 5 times 1 is 5, which is the first term. Second term times 5, 10. The third term times 5, 15. And the fourth term times 5 is 20. So you can guess now in A part 1, you can already guess that the seventh term will be 7 times 5, which is actually 35, right? And last but not least, in part 2, also simple, 15 term will be a 15 times 5, right? So here your answer will be 75, right? So that's for the first part, okay, A, right? Now let's have a look at this one. 17, 14, 11, and 8. You can see that the rules here, from 17 to 14, from 14 to 11, and from 11 to 8. You can see here the numbers are actually decreasing by 3. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. Now here, you are only given 17, the first term, second term, the third term, and fourth term. So you have to write your own sequence over here. So let's begin with the fifth one, which is 8 minus 3. So the fifth one will be number 5. Agree? And then the sixth one will be 5 minus 3, which is actually 2. And this is the part that you're looking for, which is the 7. To answer your part A, 2 minus 3. Your answer will be minus 1. So there you have it for your first part I. Okay, B, part I, your answer will be negative 1. Right? So there you have it. And for part 2, you are looking for the 15th term. So it's obvious that you have to continue from here. So after 7 is 8. Okay, let's just do 8, 9, 10, early, 11. Okay, 12, 13, right, 14, and 15, right? So I can see here negative 1 minus 3 will be negative 4. Agree? And so on. Okay, let's continue from here. Negative 4 minus 3, negative 7, negative 7 minus 3, negative 10, negative 10 minus 3 will be negative 13, negative 13 minus 3 will be negative 16, negative 16 minus 3 will be negative 19, and negative 19 minus 3 will become negative 22. And last but not least, your 15th term will be negative 22 minus 3 will become negative 25. And there you have it. You are looking for the 15. So this is your answer for part 2, which is negative 25. Right? Okay, so that's it for the examples. I hope that it will help you. Okay, thank you very much and see you again.